Did you guys see the Logan Paul Conor McGregor shit? Who wins in that fight?
Started.
I think Logan Paul.
I mean, we haven't seen Conor fight in a while.
I feel like Logan Paul at his size, when he fought Floyd too, that was years ago. He's like been training. He's in an insane shape.
Man, I wish Conor wasn't doing these types of.
Conor McGregor has responded to Logan Paul's fight offer. After Conor backed his training partner Dylan Dennis to beat Logan Paul ahead of their fight, Logan has now called out Conor McGregor, saying he's next after he'll knock out Dylan Dennis. This is what Conor had to say about the call out.
Logan said you might be next. Would you be
slap the nose off. He's gonna beat Dylan, and he's gonna beat Logan.
Logan has since offered Conor a $1 million bet that he'll beat Dylan. He's yet to respond to the bet.
Conor McGregor, never one to shy away from sharing his thoughts, has weighed in on Logan Paul's latest training footage. The Irish star, known for his sharp tongue, commented on Paul's progress as the YouTuber turned boxer gears up for his next big fight. Logan's intense sessions, highlighting improved technique and power, have stirred buzz in combat sports. Fans couldn't wait to hear McGregor's reaction. Was he impressed, critical, or even hinting at a challenge? The Notorious doesn't hold back. His take on Logan has everyone talking.
The real thing over here, I think these WWE guys think this is... They're not right in the head, some of them. I mean, what's the main guy, John Cena? He's wanting around. He's 40. Yeah, he's 40 years of age. He's wanting around in a luminous orange T-shirt and a headband, talking about nobody can see him. We can see him right there. He's a big fat 40-year-old failed Mr. Olympian motherfucker. I mean, they're dweebs, those guys. This is the real shit. I've got to get in and fight a man for real, with no script, with no nothing. So he was talking about challenging, bringing some other wrestler guys over to challenge me. I was saying, come bring it then. This is the real shit over here. If you want to come over, we can fight, no problem. And then a few of them are talking about the street and all. If they want to do that, come at me and see what happens. That might have been a bit ruthless of me to say, but again, it ain't trash talk, it's true talk.
Conor McGregor, he's taking shots at really not just one of you guys, all of you guys across the board. He's had a few things to say. What's your response to what McGregor's been saying?
You know, it's funny. I almost don't even want to respond. I won't say his name because it's obvious that he's trolling WWE to, you know, create a buzz for this fight he's got coming up.
To your arena.
Like I said, I don't want to spend any more time talking about that little guy from, you know, he's cute and all.
In December 2024, Conor McGregor announced a potential boxing exhibition with Logan Paul in India. He credited Mukesh Ambani and his influential family for organizing the event. McGregor said he's agreed to the fight but plans to return to the octagon afterward. Despite his claims, many doubt whether this high-profile matchup will actually happen.
I'm just saying, for the UFC to grant Conor McGregor the right to fight Logan Paul, and Dana hates the Pauls. You know how Dana holds grudges. We know how he holds grudges. For him to be in cahoots with the Paul brothers in any facet, that blows me.
Hey guys, welcome to some breaking news, and this is pretty bonkers. This is coming from Conor McGregor. He says the rumors of a bout with Topuria are false. I am in preliminary agreements with the Albani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I have agreed. I will then seek my return to the octagon. Now, there is no way I can't see this happening if Conor has agreed, because Conor is going to be the biggest stumbling block. There is no way Logan Paul turns down this opportunity.
Conor McGregor's an average MMA fighter and a horrible boxer. I'm going to beat the shit out of his Dylan, and then I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
Conor McGregor, still under a UFC contract, needs approval for fights outside the organization. While rare exceptions exist, like his 2017 boxing showdown with Floyd Mayweather, any potential bout with Logan Paul would likely require UFC's involvement to move forward.
I want to talk to you about your fight with Conor McGregor.
He's the Caucasian Floyd Mayweather. You know, he's a knockoff version, but
it's a great goddamn comparison right there.
Yeah.
It may be the funniest thing I've ever.
Yeah, he's a hell of a knockoff version.
There has to be a level of respect now, after that, because after
I take my hat off to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he a dog.
The best moment for me was after that fight, when you guys hugged after the fight, and he was like,
I'm mad that they stopped it. You should have just put me down. He said I didn't have no legs.
I mean, I want the man to have a career after me.
Yeah.
It sounded good when the fight was over.
Yeah.
You know, when I was digging off in his ass, he was like, you know.
What is the conversation about you going into the octagon? Is that a real conversation?
Anything is possible. I can go get a deal right now from the UFC. Probably $4-5 billion deal if that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
He's bankrupt and you're about to be. It should be 50. Nah. Bentley. Nah. We have a bollocks to the IRS. Yeah. Sing it for me, beautiful. Yeah.
Logan Paul's recent personal milestones could affect the chances of this matchup happening in September 2024. Paul and his fiancée, Nina Agdal, recently welcomed their first child. Paul has emphasized his shift to family life, saying, "I'm retired. I'm a dad, bro," when discussing his combat sports future.
And you gotta do, it has to be WrestleMania. That shit is crazy.
WrestleMania in Vegas.
It's like 100,000 people, bro.
Allegiant Stadium. Yeah, it's gonna go crazy. Yeah, you should do something.
Are you gonna be back in time for that? No.
Brother, come on, I'm retired. I'm a dad, bro.
He's taking time off.
I'm a dad.
Pops. Yeah.
Within 4 minutes of this child being born, I felt a love, an endless, infinite love, instantaneously that I've never felt in my life. I love 2 women in my life, Nina and my mom. All of a sudden, there's a third little woman here who instantaneously has my entire soul. She's lit my being on fire, and I would do anything.
Rumors hint at a massive payday for this potential exhibition, with each fighter possibly earning £250 million. This would outshine McGregor's previous record-breaking fight against Mayweather. Speculation points to Mumbai's Wada Stadium as the venue, signaling grand ambitions for an unforgettable international event. Fans worldwide are already buzzing with excitement.
They confirmed it. So Conor McGregor is due to fight Logan Paul, not to be confused with Jake Paul, in India for $250 million each. You ain't making your money back. So this is from MacLife Official, who's one of my faves. They're salt of the earth people. Conor McGregor and Logan Paul are featured as part of the historic Visit India tourism campaign, so it's government funded, yeah? It's a clash in Mumbai, iconic stadium. The two will be rewarded for their efforts, with McGregor set to walk away with $250 million. That's more than to fight Floyd.
Conor McGregor, who has fought in multiple weight classes such as featherweight and lightweight, is set to face Logan Paul, whose natural weight is around 200 pounds. Despite this considerable weight difference, McGregor has confirmed a preliminary agreement to take on Paul in an exhibition boxing match in India, supported by the Ambani family.
Exhibition, they're obviously going to try and get close, but I have no idea where that kind of meeting point is going to be. Conor's up at like 170 odd now, so perhaps they can kind of get around that 190 range, 200 range. I'm really not sure, but yeah, an exhibition. I mean, straight away, my first thoughts are, how legit is this going to be? Because Conor's not going to want to sign for something where he's going to be made to look stupid. Logan... Logan wouldn't mind losing to Conor.
Conor McGregor and Logan Paul are famous for their fighting and marketing skills. McGregor pulls huge pay-per-view numbers, while Logan uses his massive social media following to hype his boxing matches. A fight between them would be a blockbuster, blending their huge fan bases and promotional genius.
I mean, on paper, this sounds fantastic, right? This is going to be a great fight. But then you think about who's fighting. Arguably two of the greatest marketers in in martial arts history. Of course, we have McGregor, who can sell tickets with his eyes closed, and Logan Paul, who's going to use all of his social media power to get everyone under the age of 15 to buy the pay-per-view. And I think every single person knows exactly how this is going to play out. This fight is going to be set sometime in late 2025 or 2026. McGregor's going to start talking shit early, make personal attacks, yada yada yada. Logan's going to make it his entire personality and keep posting videos on social media to promote it, and also make some attacks at McGregor. Then they're going to have these crazy, extravagant press conferences where it gets really heated and they're arguing and they're just going back and forth at one another. And then it's going to be marketed as the biggest fight of all time. There's going to be so much anticipation built up around it. People just can't wait until that day comes. Then finally, it's time for fight night. All the prelims are pretty good. They have like a 20-minute walkout. And it's the most underwhelming fight you've ever seen. And I'll just imagine that Jake wins, Conor gets millions of dollars, and the next day we're talking about the fight being rigged once again. That's exactly how it's going to play out. We've been here like 8 times. Don't fall for it. This fight is going to suck.
4 years ago, Dana White shut down any chance of a Conor McGregor versus Logan Paul fight, calling it impossible and defending the sport's integrity. Fast forward, and the world of combat sports has changed. Now, the blockbuster showdown between McGregor and Paul is officially set for next year.
On the percentage scale from 0 to 100, what are the chances that Jake Paul ever fights Conor McGregor?
0.
0?
Yeah.
Never happened.
Listen, man, I get it. These kids, listen, both these kids, him and his brother, have done a good job of injecting themselves into the fight world. I am a huge Boston Celtics fan, okay? I love Nate Robinson. Nate's awesome, okay?
Right.
Have you ever seen basketball fights? Have you ever seen when fights break out in the basketball court?
Yep.
Yeah. Some of the shittiest fights you'll ever see in your life, okay?
AK. Because usually every day there's a Conor tweet. And usually it's something about a fight that probably could never happen. And the day just goes on, right? We go on, we read the tweet, or we see it in our Slack channel. We're just like, okay, he's just saying things. And then we just, maybe we create a graphic, and then that's really all the chatter about it. I go to the gym this morning, and when the workout ends, I go to my phone. Literally, every news outlet on planet Earth that I have on my phone has sent an alert out. Breaking news, Conor McGregor is not fighting in the UFC. He's agreed to box Logan Paul in India in a boxing match. And I'm like, wait a sec.
This shift shows how high-profile, entertainment-driven events can sway even the strongest opinions. Fans are buzzing with excitement, eager to see how this surprising matchup plays out and if it will truly deliver on the hype.
5 pounds smaller or whatever the hell he was, Nate Robinson, and trying to take on Conor McGregor are 2 different things. It's like his brother. You know, I said earlier this week, his brother lost to the video game kid from England.
Right.
Now you're gonna fight Floyd Mayweather. That gets you a fight with Floyd Mayweather. That's pretty crazy. But I get it. There's a lot of money in it. There's a market for those kind of fights. It's not what I do.
All the right buzzwords in there, didn't he? Again, Logan Paul. You know, you name one of the Paul brothers these days, you're gonna get some social media, some bounce right there. The Ambani family, like I said, one of the wealthiest families in the entire world. Again, and anyone that hadn't heard of them definitely heard of them this past summer. So like they have reached well beyond India. I mean, they're just an extraordinarily famous family now. Again, they already were. So I say there's just more people on our side of the pond that have heard of them now. Of course, they were insanely famous before. And then even mentions Topuria. That was cheeky. Like, oh, that throwing out like 2 rumors at once. You know, saying like, oh yeah, that was that rumor.
Where did that come from?
I don't even know.
I haven't heard that rumor, and I work in the...
Former UFC heavyweight Brendan Schaub has warned McGregor not to underestimate Logan Paul. Schaub believes McGregor's current lifestyle and lack of serious preparation could lead to trouble, as Paul's considerable size advantage poses a real threat in the ring.
I mean, athletically, Logan's a lot more athletic. As far as legit competition, Dylan's way more qualified. You look at, 4-time world champion jiu-jitsu, as a brown belt, compete at black belt, compete in ADCC. You know, he's a lot more accomplished, but it's just jiu-jitsu. He's never been known as a striker. Then you look at Logan, obviously been in bigger entertainment spectacles as far as, you know, he did fight Floyd Mayweather, who's a smaller boxer, but that's a lot of pressure. And then he does WWE, which isn't real, but it's still an athletic event.
Yeah, he did really good.
And there's a lot of eyeballs. You tend to side towards Logan on this, right?
I would.
Yeah, I find myself rooting for Dylan a little bit just because all the bullshit he's been through. You see him, he's sober now. There's a good person in there.
I mean, if you're putting money on it, you're putting it on Logan, right?
No, because the odds.
So minus 450 for Logan, plus 330 for Dylan.
So when I worked for Showtime, the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight, I was like the Logan Paul expert, right? So I had to go in and interview Logan, and I go in there, I was like, oh, I bet they're gonna be a train wreck. They're gonna be so nervous fighting Floyd Mayweather. I walk in there, and it was like a yoga studio. They had like incense burning. It was real calm. And Logan's like, what's up, man? I'm like, dude, you fight in 30 minutes. He's like, isn't it cool? I'm like, I guess. Shouldn't you like warm up? He's like, yeah, it's all good, man.
Yeah, I did a couple downward dogs. I'm good.
No, I thought he was gonna be nervous. He goes, I've already won, dude. I'm not nervous at all. I've already won.
Whoa.
He goes, I'm a YouTuber. I'm fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Cool.
Yeah. I've already won, dude. He's like, whatever happens, all good.
What an attitude.
But I look over, he's like, can you talk to my dad? Though I look at dad, and he's just like sweating.
So nervous.
And I was like, listen, your son's gonna be fine. Floyd's tiny. He's not gonna give him brain trauma. If he hurts him, it's gonna be to the body. He'll be fine. He's like, you think? I was like, yeah, he'll be fine. Yeah. He's gonna have liver damage and internal bleeding. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he can overcome that.
Stephen A. Smith has strongly voiced his opinion on the potential McGregor versus Logan Paul fight. In a recent interview, he warned that it's a bad idea for McGregor, pointing out that McGregor is an MMA fighter, not a boxer. Smith believes McGregor's UFC skills may not transfer well into boxing against someone like Logan Paul, who has more experience in the ring.
I have no issue with this fight for a few reasons. Number one, obviously, I don't think he's ready to be back in the UFC. I think he will get his ass kicked thoroughly.
Yep.
These fighters are elite. They take this very seriously, and their definition of being in shape and ready to fight isn't bloating themselves up with muscles and looking good in the mirror. These brothers are ready to throw down.
Yeah.
You Conor McGregor, and not only that, Michael Chandler has been calling him out forever. Desperately wants his hands on Conor McGregor because he knows that would be a big fight, obviously.
Smith pointed out McGregor's tough loss to Floyd Mayweather, where McGregor's bigger muscles and slower speed were a disadvantage. He believes this could hurt McGregor in a fight against Paul, predicting the match might end up being more of a spectacle than a real competition.
He wants, and that hasn't happened yet. We haven't seen Conor McGregor win a fight. I mean, he beat Donald Cerrone, Cowboy Cerrone. Cerrone looked like a deer in headlights, as I pointed out that night.
Yeah.
That's the only victory he's had in 7 years. Well, here's why I don't mind it, though, Shannon. I appreciate this fight because it's pure entertainment.
Yeah.
It's an exhibition. It isn't Jake Paul training with professional boxers, essentially being a professional boxer, but getting in the ring with non-boxers or geriatric dudes. Logan Paul's not doing that.
Yeah.
He's getting into the ring, he's an entertainer.
Conor McGregor and Logan Paul are hyping up their upcoming fight in India on social media. McGregor confirmed the match, shared his excitement, and expressed his love for India. He also teased a future fight with Jake Paul, sending fans into a frenzy with anticipation.
It all kicks off with this tweet from Conor McGregor at 4:08 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 9:08 in Edda. The rumors of a bout with Topuria are false. I believe he's referring to Ilia Topuria. I am in preliminary agreements with the Ambani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I have agreed. I will then seek my return to the octagon. Shortly thereafter, we got a tweet from Ilia Topuria saying, the rumors of a bout with McChicken are false. I don't fight, nor am I interested in fighting with a rapist.
Let's assume that you beat Dylan. Is there like an end goal?
I would like to fight Conor. I think it'd be really cool.
You think that you're too big for him?
I could cut to 185, and he's like 180, 175.
What are you now? You probably are
200 flat.
But size-wise, Conor was most effective at 145.
Yeah, but we'll always come back to, like, he's a professional fighter, I'm a YouTuber, you know, and so that's supposed to be the give and take of it. Like, why would I, a YouTuber who's 0-1, have any business beating the great Conor McGregor?
Logan Paul recently ran an Instagram poll asking his followers who they think will win the fight. The results showed that 63% of them believe McGregor will come out on top. This move has not only built more excitement for the event, but also engaged fans in the lead up to the highly anticipated showdown. How do you feel about Conor McGregor's reaction to Logan Paul's training footage? Share your thoughts in the comments.